โรเจอร์ one two three สวัสดีค่ะโอ้ยพ่อใหญ่โรเจอร์
Yesterday was our 17th month anniversary, and they said we wouldn't last.
พ่อใหญ่เจ้านี่
January 21 will be our 18th anniversary, or month anniversary, and my daughter is due for her second baby on our 18th month anniversary in January. I'll be a grandfather again for the second time. Two granddaughters. Your grandmother too. Your grandmother too.
โรเจอร์ I would like to say before you โอ้ยเปิดยัวหัวมากกับหัวรอก่อนเลยเด้อจ้าพี่น้องเดี๋ยวอันมื้อนี้ยายม่องกับพ่อใหญ่โรเจอร์สิมาเว้าหยังว่าติอันปกติแต่ละคลิปเนาะยายม่องก็สิเว้าพ่อใหญ่โรเจอร์ก็นั่งฟังเนาะแต่ว่ามื้อนี้นะยายม่องสินั่งฟังพ่อใหญ่โรเจอร์สิเว้าโรเจอร์
Yes.
Today I would like you introduce yourself for our friend as people FC fan club when they come I say right
Yeah, when they come to
when
your
they come
YouTube
and see our YouTube
Yes.
Okay you ready
No. What do you want? Okay. Yes, dear.
I would like you to introduce yourself about when you travel to here or the first time you travel what country and come to see me in Thailand and before you meet me and you meet me in Thaicupid everything you want to say.
I was in America, and it was like 2019, 2020, and no, not 2019, and I see YouTube videos about all these beautiful places, beautiful women in Thailand and Asia. Oh my God, all these wonderful people. Oh my gosh. I applied to leave the United States. I applied overseas and to get teaching jobs. So I had one in Vietnam, and I came to Vietnam. And when I was there, I did the training, and I didn't like it. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. So I failed. I didn't make it. So once that was over with, and I'm in Vietnam, I realized that I'm going to run out of money. I can't stay there, go run out of money. So I can't look for jobs. So I looked for jobs online, teaching again for different companies. So I looked for Vietnam, I looked for Taiwan, and I looked for Thailand. I didn't apply for the Philippines because they have English-speaking teachers in the Philippines who teach English there, So I thought I had a good chance in Taiwan and Thailand, and I wanted to come to Thailand anyway. So February 2020, I went online and I applied for teaching jobs in Thailand and Taiwan. I got a call back the next day, like on the 18th of 19th February, for a teaching job for an interview in Thailand. And so I made the phone call, and I was hired on that inner conversation. I was hired. I had a job. Starting in March, no, not March. I'd moved to Thailand in March and teach in May, I guess, Okay, so I thought, well, here I am, by myself. The next day I go on Thaicupid. I run Thaicupid. And I saw Mong. I saw this woman on Thaicupid. And I signed up. And I started getting, people write to me all the time, 10 people, 12 people. Hi, how are you? You're interesting. I'd like to get to know you, blah, 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 blah. And so I saw her, and I started writing to Mong. And Mong and I exchanged 13 messages at least. And we couldn't understand each other because I wasn't a paid member. The last thing I wrote to her on the last day, on that first day, was like on February 19 or whatever it was, 20. maybe it was the night I said, I love this woman. I want to marry her. I read her profile, and the first thing I thought was she's so charming. She says, I'm not beautiful, but I'm cute. And I thought, oh, how charming. And everything about her profile was so nice, and the pictures were so nice. I didn't question anything. I believed everything. I trust who this woman was, who this person was. We didn't know. We hadn't talked to each other. So the next day, I think it was February 20, I paid to become a paid member. And all these messages became legible. We understood each other. And the last thing she said was, I don't understand anything you're saying. Oh, yes, I can. Because it popped up in this language we could understand then. So we could understand each other's messages. We started talking at that point, and we never stopped. We never stopped talking at that point. We never stopped exchanging text messages. We found other ways outside of Thaicupid to communicate. Be easier to translate and all that stuff, So Mong said, we should do a video chat. And I didn't say, oh, that's nice. Yes, when would you like to do this? We should do this sometime. I didn't even say anything. I just hit the button. Boom, pop. We were video chatting. We never stopped video chatting either. I didn't know that was a test. That was to see if I wasn't a scammer. Make sure I was for real and not a scammer. We didn't know. She could have been a scammer. I could have been a scammer. So the next day, we could have hurt each other's feelings. Oh, well, she seemed okay, or he seemed okay. But no. We were who we were. We were real. And we never stopped. We've been like that ever since. So I'm coming to Thailand to teach. She's going to come from where she lives to Bangkok. Her daughter will pick her up at the airport. She's going to see me, stay with me, hello, for 10 days while I was getting ready to teach in May. And then I was going to go and see her where she lives on school holidays and stuff like that. I didn't want to be, I guess I didn't really want to be by myself. I was bored, tired of being by myself. I wanted to know somebody, meet somebody. But I also didn't want a long-distance relationship. I didn't want a long-distance relationship either. At our age, it's so hard, I looked up, did a GPS, I did a Google Maps, and I knew that she was 700 kilometers from where I was going to teach. 600 from Bangkok. I'm a little farther south from Bangkok by another 100 kilometers. I'm 700 kilometers away. And I thought, shoo. I didn't know what shoo was at the time, but nothing bothered me. Nothing bothered me. I said, okay, we can do this for a year. I'll teach for a year. It's okay. Well, I'll come see her. She'll come see me. No problem. I think it would have been so difficult to be like that. I think she would have come to stay with me. I think she would have lived with me. She would have come to live with me at some point, during that school year. School was canceled. 2 weeks in our relationship. 2 weeks. We knew each other for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. School was canceled. Postponed because of coronavirus. Postponed. No job. The next day they said we had accommodations, rooming, housing for me. No problem. I had housing. But I wrote to Mong. I said, Mong, I don't want the job. I want to come to be. I want to be with you. I want to be with you. You can. 2 weeks. She says, yes, you come and live with me. Come with me. 2 weeks. So 2 weeks later, it was time to leave Vietnam. It was like March 18th. We knew each other for less than 1 month, by a day or two. We knew each other by a couple days, less than a month. I go to the airport, and the flights are canceled. All flights leaving Ho Chi Minh City from Bangkok were canceled because the borders were closed. I was stuck at the airport. We couldn't come to Thailand. It was going to be so difficult. I left where I lived. I had all my clothes, my bags packed, ready to leave. I was leaving, and it was a long day. And that day, the afternoon, at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, an alternative route was through Cambodia. So I flew to Cambodia, Phnom Penh, and took a tuk-tuk through town to the storefront place. I got a midnight bus first to Siem Reap. I didn't know where in the world I was. The next day, on the 19th, she met me at the border, in Cambodia border. I walked across the border, and hello, here we are. We've been together ever since. And it was all from Thaicupid. I just knew. My sisters in America, they said, "You just met this woman. How do you know you want to marry her?" But we knew. We talked all the time on phone. We saw each other on a video chat. We just knew. 6 days, she said to me, "Yes, Roger, you're perfect for me." And I knew she was perfect for me also. And here we are, 17 months later. We were married in July 21 of last year. 5 months after we knew each other. 5 months. 4 months of being in person. 5 months after we were married. Like little kids, we wanted to get married at our ages and stuff. So here we are. And she's just so charming, so wonderful, so beautiful. She used to have black hair. And she says, "I don't need to dye my hair anymore. I have you." I said, "Yes, you don't have to dye your hair. It's up to you. It's okay with me. I love it. I love it any way you want to wear it. I don't have to dye my hair anymore. I have you." That's right, you do. When we were in Vietnam, we did the video chat. We talked, we laughed all the time. And I wish I knew what we were laughing about all the time. I don't remember. I wish I knew those conversations. We were joking and laughing. But our ability to understand each other and the jokes were just so great. It was so well. But we'd be talking to be at the end of our conversation, and I'd be going, "Mong, blah, 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 blah." She'd look at me, and she'd be on the phone. Then she'd start laughing. I said, "I don't understand the word you're saying." I said, "It's okay. I talk a lot. Don't worry." She still can't. Blah, blah, blah. She tries. And I'm really bad at languages, so speaking English with her, living here in Canada,
กันทรลักษณ์ ศรีสะเกษ
is okay. It's fine. I have her, and we can talk, and so she has wonderful family, wonderful friends. Her daughter is just wonderful. She's like my daughter. I have another daughter now, Plow, and her son, her boyfriend is Gun. I love that couple. They remind me of my daughter, her husband Kevin in America. Their relationship is so wonderful, and it's just really very touching. I miss them, and I love them also. The family is just really beautiful. So Gunn is just wonderful. He's just a wonderful guy. And he just reminds me of my son-in-law, Kevin. And they're just wonderful, wonderful guys. My daughter and her daughter, they're like sisters now. They don't know each other, but to me, they're like sisters. And they're like two daughters, So it's just so wonderful. It's just a wonderful, wonderful family. So very happy. I adapt here. She is such a wonderful, amazing cook. I didn't think she could cook. All the indications where she didn't cook. Everybody else cooked. She didn't cook. Okay, so if she doesn't cook, it's okay. But no, that wasn't true. She cooks, and she cooks very, very well. And I eat too much. I've gained more weight, but I live healthy. The food is very healthy.
And have a lot of herbal.
A lot of herbal, vegetables, a lot of herbal. So it's really wonderful. So I it's okay. Life is good. So we're doing really well. And
Roger,
yes,
here is we live in countryside.
Yes.
It's okay.
I've always been used to smaller towns anyway, so it has been okay because I have always been more comfortable in smaller towns anyway. Mostly, I think Bangkok is a lovely place. I think I've only been there, once, twice with Mong, very brief on weekends, and we've never been there. I've never been there really, except for this time. In March, we're going to go on a little tour with our friends down to that part of the country. I'll see beaches in Thailand for the very first time. I haven't seen any of those things. When we crossed over from Cambodia, it was from one countryside, to the other countryside. None of the glamorous cities, none of the beaches, nothing like that. It was just across from one border to the next, across the land border. The land border on March 19, 2020, closed that very day. I was there with her at 11:30 in the morning on March 19th, and I think Mong's told me they closed that day. That was the last day the land borders were open to Thailand because of the coronavirus. The next day, they were closed. Everything was closed. There was nobody crossing the border the next day. That's how lucky we were to be together. We really wanted to be together. That month in Vietnam was the longest month of my life, wanting to be with her. And it took a month to leave to be with her, but it was the longest month of my life. It was amazing. We made it. We're very, very lucky. Very lucky. Very, 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 very lucky to make it across the border the very day that the borders closed. So, wow. We're very lucky.
Anything else?
Well, later we'll talk about a novel I wrote while I was here. I finished a novel soon after I moved here with Mong, living with Mong. June of 2020, I finished writing this novel I had been writing on for years, but it helped being with Mong. It helped quiet, smooth, and I finished the novel. It's been working ever since, trying to polish it up, get it published, so here we are. No money, but hey, you know, maybe, who knows, maybe someday.
โอ้ยพี่น้อง
I don't teach online. I don't teach online. I don't teach. I don't want
now
to.
you
I
teach
don't,
online
I don't want to leave home. I don't want to be away from Mom. I don't want to go anywhere. So she thinks she likes to talk about it as teaching, but I don't teach per se. I do editing. I do proofreading and editing online for a company in Korea. English as a second language for people who write these little things. I read them and correct them and all that stuff. But it's sort of teaching, but it's not. It's like quietly just editing and reading these little exchanges. So it's peaceful. The pay isn't good, but it's peaceful. It's peaceful. I don't have to be online at a certain time with 5 kids in a classroom on computer. Hello, kids. Good morning, class. Good morning, teacher. You know, open your books. Open your books. Let's go here. Don't do any of that. I go in now. I go later. I go early in the morning. I can work later this afternoon. I have a great deal of levity, freedom to move, to teach, or be online when necessary. So.
โอ้ยพ่อใหญ่โรเจอร์you know you can teach online but you say it's so fast เนี่ย this video I sit with you and I listen you say so fast but this is American language like
I've always talked fast. Hello friends of Mom. Hello our friends. How are you? My name is Roger. I came to Vietnam. We were in Vietnam.
Student in Thailand learn English from what country you know England when the America and England when say different I think do you think different or the same
There's a difference. Yes. Difference. Yeah.
some word the same but when
Spoken.
when I say speaking
Yes.
fast American
I think so.
The word fast American and English fast
Pronunciation. A lot of people pronunciate better than I do. I roll off the mouth. I roll off, better, butter, better. When it's better.
yeah
Weather, something like that. So
come on you okay you say
yes,
I will
yes,
now
yes. We're here. We're fine. We were right. We were right about each other. I think she's right about me. I was best for her. She was best for me, and we've been together ever since. And couldn't be happier. It's been. We were great, and I don't know if that works for everyone. I don't know if that happens for everybody, but a lot of people who do meet somebody, they aren't quite happy with each other. So there is something about reading about people, the profiles, to learn about somebody, and you talk to them either in text messages or in video chatting. You learn somebody. You learn about somebody in a kind of a little bit of a distance. It's very, very nice and comfortable. It just the profiles are wonderful. I knew so much about Mom in her profile. And before we made this commitment, I saw where she lived. I knew she was 700 kilometers away, and I didn't care. we would work it out. We would make it happen. And as it turned out, I came to live with her anyway. It doesn't matter. When they called me about the job, I said, "Sorry, I can't come. I'm staying here up here. We can't come down there." They weren't very happy, but I was here, so shoo shoo.
ชิว
Shoo
ๆยายมอง
shoo.
ก็สอนเพิ่น Roger you ought to do everything chill take it easy
I know I'm trying, but she's trying to teach me that. Don't worry about the dogs. Don't worry about the neighbors.
no
The
and
neighbors.
Roger
Yes, dear.
you know I would like you chill when you eat
Yes.
lunch
Yeah.
or dinner อันพญายโรเจอร์เพิ่นน่ะกินน่ะเร็วแห้งจ้ะพี่น้องคืออาจสิเป็นวัฒนธรรมเราเนาะ take it easy chill slowly for eat and when before eat you ought to
Chew.
chill before eat
For swallowing. For swallowing. Chew before swallowing. You'll go.
Roger I don't know this video when start until now you is you say it's so fast I don't know people in Thailand understand you say or not but I would like you say
They can write back in comments and say, "Oh, we think you guys are wonderful. We don't know what he said. Can you do it again?" Comments will write back and say they will do it again.
I make sure people in overseas Thai people they live and stay in overseas many country when they listen our video they understand you say but I don't know
We'll see.
I don't know
Okay.
I will say before the end clip video okay อันพญายรถเจอเพิ่นก็สิมื้อนี้ปล่อยให้เล่าเว้าเนาะจ้ะปกติแต่ละคลิปวิดีโอเพิ่นก็สิมานั่งกับยายมองเพิ่นก็สิฟังยายมองเว้าจักรู้เรื่องบ่รู้เรื่องแต่ว่าเราสิบ่รู้เรื่องดอกอันภาษาไทยเนาะเราเว้าได้นิดหน่อยแล้วก็เข้าใจนิดหน่อย
We also got our second vaccine. Finally.
next time
We got 2 vaccines, yes. We got a vaccine.
next time I will take
We're
video
safe, we're
about we got vaccine
Yes.
have many things to say อันเพิ่นก็สิเว้าตั้งแต่เพิ่นเดินทางมาจนกระทั่งมาขอยายมองในไทยคิวปิดแล้วก็มาอยู่กับยายมองเนาะจ้ะมันก็สิมีรายละเอียดถึงถ้าแม่นผู้ใดได้ไปเบิ่งคลิปยายมองว่าพ่อพญายโรเจอร์จากเพจไทยคิวปิดจังใดเฮาคุยกันจังใดมีหลายๆคลิปวิดีโอเนาะจ้ะก็สิคือกันกับพญายโรเจอร์เว้าเป็นภาษาอังกฤษมื้อนี้นะจ้ะพี่น้องก็สั่นคลิปวิดีโอนี่ก็ยาวเลยเนาะจ้ะ20กว่านาทีแล้วยายมองก็สิเซบ๊ายบายไปก่อนเด้อจ้ะโรเจอร์ say bye bye my friend
Bye. Thank you.
พ่อกันใหม่คลิปวิดีโอหน้าเด้อจ้าพี่น้องอย่าลืมนะคะถ้าเข้ามาเมืองยายม่องก็อย่าลืมกด Subscribe กดไลค์กดแชร์บ่แชร์ก็ได้จ้าพี่น้อง Subscribe ก็ได้แล้วก็หวังว่าคลิปวิดีโอนี้สิเป็นประโยชน์สำหรับพี่น้องที่เข้ามาเมืองเนาะจ้ะในการฝึกฟังภาษาอังกฤษจากคนต่างชาติคือพ่อใหญ่โรเจอร์บ๊ายบายจ้ะ
Thank you.